mentioned DevCon in this answer, and this just brings me something that I wanted to talk to you about. There was this huge discussion on DevCon regarding interoperability, right? And this is something Espresso talks about a lot also. Is there a way to think sequencers in this solution helping in interoperability between rollups? How do you see that? Is this something feasible? Does this bring more challenges to implementations and integrations and app creations?
Yeah. So composability is a huge subject, big challenge. As you said, was one of the hottest topics at this DevCon last month. You have really a lot of people, a lot of projects devoting their attention to it. It's a necessary challenge because with the rollup-centric roadmap that we have, especially with app chains, that is our focus here. At least for assets, composability is key feature to avoid like fragmentation and having a really, really bad user experience as these rollups multiply, right? There are many kinds of composability, right? Asynchronous, synchronous, composability between rollups that share some same technology, so they're calling now rollup clusters or something, or composability between different clusters. Also, there are composability which are more general purpose, like message passing between different rollups, and then composabilities which are just like faster asset transfers via some atomic transaction scheme, something like that. In the context of Espresso and some others, having a global ordering of transactions for all rollups at the same time is a key aspect to getting this kind of interaction between them. Otherwise, if they're like independently sequenced, as they are now, right? You have the Arbitrum sequencer, the superchain sequencer, or whatever. It's very hard to infer in which order you should process transactions that are trying to bridge the gap between them. So this is one of the major propositions that Espresso has. There are other people talking about base sequencing and other solutions that you could use to have like this hub where the transactions are globally ordered in some way. But in general, like people are still figuring out standards, protocols to try to get to a point in which we could. I don't think it's too much of a stretch, but I mean, the final ideal goal would be to have instantaneous general purpose message passing between rollups. But in my opinion, we could settle for a lot less, especially asset transfers are what I would personally see as the game changer for this. If you can bridge assets around, the rest is not so drastically important in my opinion.
Yeah, the generic imputation of information is not as critical as the asset handling.
It's very cool, but I think we can do a lot without it already. And it imposes a lot more challenges. So, yeah.